Jordan Davis finished in the top 10 of Heisman voting along with two other defenders, but he only had 14 tackles and 2 sacks. While Davis didn't fill up the stat sheet, he was the main reason why Georgia's defense was the second best in 2021 in yards per game and why they earned a spot in the college football playoff. The behemoth of a man dominated the middle of the defensive line and created plenty of chances for his teammates to make plays. Even though he's a nose tackle and a run stuffer, Davis has a spot in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft. Davis is 6'6" and 340 pounds, and there's not a whole lot else to say. He's a tough assignment to block one-on-one, which means you're almost always going to have to double that guy. And putting him on the field totally changes the way the opposing offense has to operate and allows for your second-level defenders to plug and fill gaps. Fast guys eventually get slower, but big guys don't get smaller. For being as large as Davis is, he moves incredibly well. So much so that there are a few times where he's able to sidestep a center or a guard to make a play in the backfield. Because of his strength and size, linemen will overcompensate and be too aggressive. Also, when you try running outside, Davis will follow the ball and track the ball carrier. His ability to move laterally and forward at his size makes him a really unique prospect. Davis's ability to control the line of scrimmage really kind of goes hand in hand with his size, but there's no better interior defender in college football at controlling the line of scrimmage. His ability to manipulate and occupy blockers to go where he wants them to go is pretty advanced for a college football player. And the impact that Davis has on the game isn't really measured in the box score, and it's rather how he creates opportunities for his linebackers to make plays. When you don't allow guards or centers to get to the second level, you completely eliminate a lot of the run game from being successful. However, when you're as big as Davis is, you can't really expect them to be in elite football condition and a down-to-down player. And Davis has to go out a decent amount even for a defensive lineman. There are times where he's gassed out and unable to get a lot of push, but if you want him to lose weight, you run the risk of losing some of that strength. So if he stays at his current weight, you have to expect him to be part of a rotation and not just an Iron Man guy that's going to plug in every situation. Davis isn't going to get drafted to get 10 sacks a year, and he likely won't even get 5 in most of the years. Because of that, he's not going to be super useful on third downs, and he was taken off the field a lot at Georgia in obvious passing situations. He's not necessarily a bad pass rusher because he still occupies 2 blocks and can free other guys up, but he doesn't have the refinement or pass rush arsenal to really strike too much fear in guys. Jordan Davis is an interesting prospect in the 2022 NFL Draft. He's a mountain of a man and has size that you can't teach. He can become a Vita Vea type player for a team, disrupting the run game and occupying blocks so your pass rushers can get better matchups. However, he's almost too big and is a 2-down player in a league that's focusing more and more on the pass. There's no doubt he's not for everyone, and some teams will not see the appeal of him, but despite that, there's going to be a market, and as long as things go well in the pre-draft process, you can count on his name being called on day 1. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching all the way through. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know someone, a scheme, idea, person who you want to see broken down here in the future. I'm also releasing a speaking football course that goes over the basics of the language of football, what techniques are, what alignments are. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description.